Hi, I'm Dr. Chelsey Henney, and welcome to the video on postpartum support. We know it's such a crucial part of your motherhood journey, and very often one of the most difficult times as you're establishing routines, healing, and caring for your newborn. This information is geared towards women who had a baby within the past 6 weeks, 8 weeks, or women who are preparing to give birth within the next 4 to 6 weeks and would like to be aware of the different ways to prepare for postpartum care. Hoping to empower new moms to be aware of the stress that they're facing and to make sure that they are preparing for their postpartum journey by establishing a tribe and a routine that will serve them best during this time is the goal of this webinar. New mom and baby stress, whether you're going from 0 to 1 or 3 to 4 or adding a second little one, it can all be stressful. Congratulations, by the way. We're super excited for you to be bringing a little one into this Earthside world, and honestly, being a new mom or a new mom again is hard. And although it's hard and stressful and intense and exhausting sometimes, it's also 100% worth it. And you will get through this phase and this stage of your journey too. And I can attest to this. I have had 2 pregnancies and 2 kiddos of my own. And I would say that it is one of the most stressful and rewarding experiences of your life. So let's get into the types of stressors for mom and baby. We're going to talk about physical stress, chemical stress, and emotional stress. On the physical stress side, we often find that new moms, they're focusing on caring for the newborn, as they should, and they might let their regular care or their care for themselves slip a little bit. And I would definitely urge you to be aware of that, because I know you're dealing with a lot of things all at once. You're probably experiencing a lack of sleep. Baby's sleeping for a couple hours and then waking up, checking in, maybe want to nurse, and can you say mom fog? For sure. You also have a lot more demands, whether it's you're taking care of other kiddos as well, or you are just going through all the experiences of being a new parent with a newborn. It takes a lot of energy from you. You also have the physical changes of your body coming off labor and delivery, so recovery in general, and it's probably more if there was possible trauma with the vaginal birth or stitches or C-section. You're also carrying a little baby all the time and all the baby gear that comes with it. Breast sizes are changing as milk is coming in, and not to mention that the core strength is not back yet after having birth. And most commonly, that spot between the shoulder blades and the shoulder there, arms tension instead of the lower back pelvic area discomfort that was happening during pregnancy. Examples for physical stresses on baby is the actual physical straining that happened during labor and delivery, the contractions of the compression of the head and molding to fit through that birth canal. Then welcome to the outside world. It's dry, it's more light, there's noises, all their senses are being heightened, they have clothes on, all these normal things for us that kick them into stress mode fast. So maybe think of your first time driving on the freeway. A lot more stressful then than maybe your 100th, 1000th time now. So post-birth adjustments, they're really important to reset and check to see the nervous system is functioning properly. And things such as bones are in their proper positioning. It just creates a more calm, comfortable, happy state within both mom and baby's brains and bodies. It's definitely hard to pour from an empty cup. And adjustments for babies, they're super gentle and safe. The pressure used to adjust is about the same as you would press on your eyelids, or you would be testing the ripeness of a tomato. It's more of a sustained, so waiting contact instead of the twisting that maybe adults might experience or you see in videos. Sometimes too, we even use a gentle tool. But We have babies that come in and they're asleep and they stay asleep and happy and content through the whole adjustment. That's how gentle, calm, and relaxing they are. We had one first-time mom report in a testimonial that post-birth takes a toll on the body. Adjustments helped reground, center, align my body, and recover. Whew, sounds pretty amazing. We had another mom who said, baby is now sleeping every night, just waking to nurse, but then goes right back down, and they got into a really nice routine and rhythm with that. For the emotional stressors side of things, there's a lot of mama bear protection mode, maybe some worry and fear as things are coming up, or maybe there's some fear about being a new mom and having that another human being responsibility we put on ourselves and wanting to provide the very best for our little ones. Might be some guilt about your relationship with other people because you're dedicating so much time to this newborn. Maybe it's with your husband or friends or other family members or even other kiddos that you have. And then we also have potential for more anxiety and depression as those hormonal changes are happening. And with baby's emotions are still tied to mom's emotions. So the feeling of worry and fear, they feel that too. And they're trying to go through their phases of bonding and knowing that they're being cared for and that they're going to be fed and they're going to be changed and what's that noise and what's that sound. So the emotional stress can be large and unseen for the most part. And that's why it's a really huge factor of realizing how much stress can go into the emotional stressors category. If the baby is stressed, there's often like other challenges with tension within the body. So nursing and feeding can get difficult. There might be reflux and colic, digestion challenges like constipation, and sleeping challenges. So there are other ways that we can see the stressors come about. And moms too, they have that lack of sleep and then they have tension and postural changes and hormonal changes, and post-birth adjustments can really be important to helping that nervous system be in a more calm mode versus the stress mode. And it can perhaps develop over time, maybe a week, 3 weeks, or even 5 years down the road. So post-birth adjustments, they are super important. One mama on the screen here was so relieved and so excited for a comfortable baby. We had another mom who had her third kiddo who said that they were calm and happy and content and confident, both baby and parents, and that the whole family came through the new baby phase. The third category, chemical stress, I kind of touched on this one already. The big ones are the huge drop or shift in hormones after having a baby, and postpartum anxiety and postpartum depression, where you have an extreme anxiety or extreme depression. They can be more notable here, and definitely checking in on this the first 3 to 10 weeks postpartum. Another chemical stress on the body is breastfeeding and supply. And it goes without saying, but more stress can equal less supply. So if your supply is dropping, definitely reevaluate your stress. And for baby, the chemical stresses can be if there was an epidural or Pitocin or some pain meds, baby's body is still processing those through, as well as their digestive system is maturing. So the formula, if you're having to use formula, if you're changing it multiple times, that's hard on the system, trying to figure out which one is right. Or the foods that mommy's taking in can be overwhelming coming through the breast milk for the baby. So it is what it is. It is a chemical stress, and that's why post-birth adjustments are important to helping the nervous system change and adapt with all of those things that are coming into its system, not only growing in the senses, but also the chemicals that it's taking in food-wise, nutrients-wise, and just wanting to continue to support you and baby through the recovering, healing process. We had a dad report that after baby got adjusted at 8 weeks old, that he was nursing better, like a button was pushed and turned on the nursing skills. And we had another mom of a 10-month-old comment that our son has improved digestion and mobility. One last testimonial here that I don't have a picture of the family of, but it was a pretty intense, rough start to life. It included hospitalization, diarrhea, colicky. Baby really wouldn't kind of play. It was really tense, maybe in like a failure to thrive category. Mom reported that after the first adjustment, she had noticed that she had more milk ducts she had noticed no more milk ducts clogged in her due to the proper palate and sucking motion by her son. It had something to do with when he was hospitalized and stuff that he was put on. Mom had noticed that all of a sudden she had her milk ducts getting clogged. So it was really cool to hear that she noticed something even when baby was the one who was getting adjusted. And that with chiropractic care, she says he seemed comfortable in his own body, physically limber and mobile. He was growing and he had improved digestion. We felt safe and listened to. So we just love sharing those testimonials because there's a lot of moms or families that are in the same place and they can just really relate, and the possibilities are endless and they're so vital to the growing life and development of baby and mama. Let's get on to how to reduce the stress for mom and baby. There's definitely, don't be afraid to ask for help. Like, use your team, use your friends, your family members, your providers. Our strongest moments are those when we are in our most vulnerable states. And our office is also a great resource for parents because other parents that come in love to share their goods and their bads, the do's and the don'ts, and then we get to pass them on to our practice members and our parents and new families as well. We highly recommend the Baby Bear book by Stephanie Johnson. It has great, easy, simple steps to follow at each stage of growing development, even for the parents who are super sleep deprived or dealing with a lot of other kiddos. And then in the top picture here, where you can see the baby rolling over, really encourage rolling baby when doing diaper changes versus folding up. Got my notes here, guys, so you can stay on track, but like folding baby up, lifting up the bottom, lifting the legs towards the head. So rolling is what we recommend. Also self-care, taking care of you, mama. Like, don't let that slip. Yes, there's a new person and they do command a lot of focus and presence, but remember that you need to be cared for as well. You can't pour from an empty cup. Take it slow also when it comes to physical activity. It's exciting, but too fast can also delay your recovery and go backwards. So make sure you're taking that slow. Then trust your instincts, and there's nothing more powerful than your intuition. So the more you pay attention to it, the stronger it will get. And also, it really does take a tribe. We're honored to be a part of so many families, tribes, and journeys, and through conception, pregnancy, and beyond to the infant stages and motherhood. So putting all the chiropractic stuff aside and how those are beneficial to the body, it really is what drives us forward, is that there is just happy families, happy babies, and you guys get the bonding time and all of the positives that come with having a new baby in the family. If this sounds like something you are looking for and you are not meant to do this alone, feel free to contact us.